Went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. The Bengals hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
11 MT,
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Steps away. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Burrow will throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it right around the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Here's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On one, ready?
They go play action with Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
11 mighty. 11 Thomas.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On second and 9, Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove. Because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
From midfield, here's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Back deep, Trent Taylor. Taking it about the 16. 31 yards on the punt there.
And the Bengals take over, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Noah Igbenogany.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
From the 17, Tua. They'll go out to the flat for Edmonds.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Red cycle.
Here's Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
On 2.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Picked off by Jerome Baker. They had a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Mostert will score. Touchdown, Miami. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in, and he carries it across the goal line.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Again, it's Mixon trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
On second down, Burrow. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for the Cincinnati Bengals. 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
11 MT, take. Stop.
On third down, Burrow.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. Play action, it's Burrow.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go. Set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Looking to pass. Tua. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. And here's Taylor on the return. Well, following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the gun on third down is Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Here we go. Here we go. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now Burrow on first down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So give them the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. This is Mixon on the draw. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. I mean, 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down and 6. Draw play, Edmonds. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
Right through.
Tua, a final shot before half. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now it's Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Channing Tindall brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Eight yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That going to be caught downfield by Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 47 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taking it about the 1.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here first and 10
at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. Now Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Chase Edmonds.
His first rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Nixon will try the right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Nixon, his running back. Finding room at midfield.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. And some room to work. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. Back to Mixon on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Complete to Tyler Boyd. It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Burrow looking to pass. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. McPherson's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Tua now on first down. Eluding the pressure right.
To a hit, and the ball is out.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
86 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Naturally so. The defense was keyed in on everyone but the back on that play, and it took them an extra second to react when he got the carry. It's still a tough 3rd down to pick up here, but a lot more manageable after an excellent carry on 2nd down.
It's brought in by Wilson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it. You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. The kick by Sanders is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2nd and 11. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And some room to roam now. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
On 2.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they will take a knee here.
Here we go. Here we go.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season.